sponsored by PC Laptops. We're here at Broody Cinema Pub to review more movies today. I'm Jeff Ice from X96's Radio from Hell morning program.
And I'm Jimmy Martin with SLUG Magazine.
Our next movie is Secretariat, a real-life sports drama based on... I don't want to spoil anything, but a very renowned racehorse from the 1970s. This is a story that horse racing fans will know and love.
And they're off in the 99th running of the
The story of Secretariat is a story of a horse and the people around him who were able to do things that no one thought was possible.
As far as underdog stories, that's maybe the best one of all.
You're about to see something that you ain't never seen before.
You're guaranteeing that this horse is going to win the Triple Crown.
It takes a lot out of a horse to run in one of the Triple Crown races.
3 races, 3 states, in just 5 weeks. Hasn't been done in 25 years.
Secretariat is moving like a tremendous machine.
This is unbelievable. No horse can take this pace.
That's right. And you know what? I didn't need another horse racing movie. I didn't. And Seabiscuit did it just fine.
Right.
Hot to Trot did it even better with Bobcat Goldthwait and John Candy as the voice. I like that one. This one, I don't, Diane Lane comes into this film thinking that she's going to ride the same wave that Sandra Bullock did
for The Blind Side.
For The Blind Side and get, dye her hair blonde, have an accent, and get an Oscar. Not going to happen.
Yeah. Well, this is Disney going to the well one time too many.
Yeah.
They've had this long track record of things like The Rookie and Miracle.
That's right.
And they've really milked audiences for these feel-good, rousing sports dramas. This one just is not that interesting, and it's got one of my biggest bugaboos that I've seen in advertising in a long time. Disney is touting this as being based on the impossible true story, which is possibly the most moronic thing I've heard in years. If it were impossible, it didn't happen.
Yeah.
And by the way, it's very predictable. If you don't know the story of Secretariat, you'll be able to guess where this is going.
About 3 minutes into it.
Yeah, and when you bring up Diane Lane, I'm not sure if it's her performance, the direction, or the writing that render this character so uninteresting. She is less interesting than the horse,
yeah,
which is a huge problem for this kind of film.
With Diane Lane, okay, I think it is, for me, it's the writing. Because every word that comes out of her mouth is like a terrible inspiration poster that I'm just waiting for like a whale's tail to come out of the ocean.
Just hang in there, baby.
Yeah, just hang in there. Or like, if you're not running through life, you're just walking to death. Like, I don't care. It's awful, it's cheesy, and it's unmotivating if anything. She gets horrible and more as the movie goes along.
More one note.
Yeah, and I just want the horse to just cross the finish line so I can go home.
Yeah, well... And I don't think I'd be as mindful and more critical and irritated about the film if it didn't have the promise of something better. And most of that better comes from John Malkovich.
Yeah, you can say Malkovich.
Who's a veteran horse trainer and injects some much-needed life into a very plodding, by-the-numbers sports drama.
But for me, I love Malkovich, and they still didn't use what he can bring to the table.
No.
He was so subdued. You could tell he wanted to bust out and just let him do his own thing. But I swear this director just held it back. He's like, no, it's a Disney film. Let's calm it down a little bit. It didn't work.
Yeah.
And so nothing was saved with Malkovich being there.
Yeah, it's a very uncaffeinated sports drama.
Yeah.
I think it just frustrates me knowing that there's a great story here that's being told so by the numbers and formulaically.
Yeah.
I think it's actually one of the bigger disappointments of the year. And it's not a terrible movie, it's just not a good one.
It's something that's been done time and time again by Disney, so there's nothing surprising about it.
Yeah, and despite a good cast, it's less than watchable. I gave it 2 stars.
I gave it the exact same thing, 2 stars. And you'll forget about it in
after the movie
2 days.
No, you'll forget it after the credits roll.
Yeah, it could be 2.